Network Entertainment.
Did you wake up with a sound?
Welcome to the Pizza Podcast!
So, for this episode, we are gonna go Malibag.
Yes.
If you want to submit your Malibag, and there are a lot of people submitting their Malibags.
Yes.
It's at jimandsab.com/Malibag.
Yes.
You can be anonymous, send in your letter. Today, we're talking about someone who's dealing with the troubles of leadership and dealing with older coworkers. But before that,
BBT, but before that.
quick politics talk.
Ganda ang book ni Jim, no? Grabe.
Thank you.
What?
Quick, sabi ko, boss, isang Holland. Sabi ko, anyway.
Pabiro nga dyan.
Sabi ko, one quick news thing.
Okay.
So number one, apparently, so nagkakagulo na because it was very, very, I saw a write-up that said, a Facebook post that said, this is the most dangerous time. Because what the politicians have managed to do is make everyone seem guilty. And you can imagine them somewhere in the back room of something just like laughing at us. Because if everyone's guilty, no one's guilty. I think it was Gian Liao who wrote this. But anyway. And it got me thinking, number one, Sabi and I completely turned off all politics and updates because wala na eh, tumigil na eh. Wala nang Blue Ribbon Committee, the ICI is a joke. Question.
Yeah. Wait, acknowledging that it's coming from a very privileged place that we're doing that. I don't recommend, if you have the capacity, please continue keeping up. Like, I mean, I think konti nagka-catch up na ulit tayo
Yeah.
lately. Pero we had to take a break for our sanity because I personally, pag nakikita ko yung posts about like all of it, right? I physically can't work.
Yeah.
And we gotta work to, feed our kids, to feed ourselves, to, be part of society, which these a-holes are just, oh my gosh, sobrang touch grass. Hate them.
And I think this is what is the most annoying thing about this whole thing is, number one, there is nothing more inefficient than the Philippine government. If you want something delayed, if you want to create a culture of anong pinaka-hassle way of doing things.
I feel like that's their flowchart.
Yeah, yun yung flowchart nila. Like, this is the way the Philippine government acts.
What?
Okay, ano yung problem, guys? Ano yung problem? Okay, ito yung problem. Okay, ano yung pinaka-hassle na solution dito? Ano yung pinakamahal? Ano yung pinakamatagal? Ano yung pinakamahassle lahat ng tao? Kasi yan ang gawin natin.
Kailangan ba nilang umuwi kasi may nakalimutan sila sa requirements? Dahil hindi natin nilista.
Okay. Yan, ganyan.
Yes, let's do that.
Sige, ano yung part of the process na it will require them to go early and then everyone will wait tapos they might end up not getting what they need. Yun yung gawin natin.
How can we make it not digital or online?
Yeah,
let's do that.
Ano kaya? Nagdi-digital lahat no?
Meron ba ako? Do they need to take a leave from their job to do this? Yes.
Yun. Okay. Nice. And then,
whole day leave?
Nakakatawa. May bago na naman. In the midst of all these things that's going on, right? Some department of whatever. Department na naman of kung ano-ano.
Department of Chaka.
Department of Wale. Department of ina. Says, hey, guys, alam kong nangurakot kami ng 1.5 trillion ha. Pero lahat ng mga electronic cars, mag-a-add kami ng bagong steps para i-prove nyo na electronic cars kayo para exempt kayo sa coding. So everyone's like...
Why do they always put it on the people?
And then everyone's like, huh? So nagka-uproar na. Tapos nag-statement naman sila.
Sobrang long. Wait, what are the steps?
Hindi ko alam. Basta parang...
Sige nga, paliparin mo nga.
Tapos, update. Nag-send sila ng update na, guys, pag-uusapan pa namin.
Oh my God, this is giving, guys, may bagong coding schema. Oh, guys, wait. Yung sinabi namin kahapon, pag-usapan mo
Pag-usapan namin, alam
guys,
ko, medyo bad trip pala.
guys,
Sorry.
gets medyo
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Oh my God, like,
So, I really go back to, number one, the one thing that I think is triggering me the most, okay? It has been months since BBM's SONA. It has been months since all of this has happened. Nagrally na tayo and all these things. Not a single person has been arrested. Okay? Aside from that, dito ako nababaliw na parang even the way they do it in the hearings, na this government is so fucking anti-poor na it is reflected in the way they conduct their hearings. If it's a politician na nagnakaw ng trilyon o billion, they're like, "Hi sir, I'd like to ask the esteemed gentleman, yes, I'd like to make a manifestation for the esteemed chairman of Chorva. I know, Mr. Chair, thank you talaga for your time." Ganun sila. Pero if the guy is like the
driver,
the quote unquote a driver or a whistleblower na the security guard hindi, basahin mo kasi yung nandyan.
Wag kang lumabas sa script.
Hindi, yung pinag-uusapan natin ito. Hindi yan. Sumagot ka na lang kasi, sagot. Diba? Grabe talaga. As in, so it's just a reflection of how it's
true.
Sobrang sabaw ng mga to. And the mere fact na ang mga nakulong so far ay ang mga nag-riot, ang mga nakulong ay mga nagprotesta. But not a single person has gone to jail. So I think here's my last thing before we go totally sprack. My last plea to BBM. Dude, come on. Like, patapos na yung term mo. Don't you wanna make some kind of legacy, man? Okay, like parang please. I know, parang ganito ha. Tanggap ko na everyone. This ang pinaka-point ko lang is, for the longest time, the Philippines and most governments have corruption, right? There's corruption going on. And the Philippines obviously, sadly, has been always on the extreme side, right?
Number one.
Number one tayo sa corruption. Let's go.
Philippines.
But from the previous administration, where it went just completely crazy na parang, and this sounds horrible, but it is the truth, na ang dati there was okay corruption, pasadong corruption, but for some reason, goons and criminals and thugs were put in places of power who do not have that, that don't, like suddenly have billions of pesos. They don't know how to act, and therefore,
yes,
garapala na.
This is what it's. I hope this is what we're hoping for. Na this ridiculous, parang there's corrupt and there's corrupt. But this corrupt, sana it
has a punishment, please.
And not just that, but it helps to talaga na hindi na normalized sa atin yung okay lang naman yung corrupt yung pati sila.
Yeah.
Like, let's change that also, the system.
Definitely, we'll get there. Kaya ang point ko lang though is
because... Kasi yung sabi ko parang, I hope this is a silver lining, di ba? Na parang, that will bring this change. Systemic change.
Well, hopefully.
Diba? Kasi if it was status quo, wala talaga. Everyone's just like, yeah,
hopefully,
talaga.
Honestly, like, and the thing is, I think... nakakatawa, things I learned. Number one, did you know na nung People Power 1 pala, hindi pala siya right away na parang after Ninoy was murdered, it didn't, the whole time in my head and the way I studied, when we studied it in school, I thought it was streets. Like, Ninoy was killed and then like the next day, sorry, may mga snap elections pa pala na nangyari. Anyway, and then, I thought it was one day people went to EDSA, the tanks came and people did that and Marcos got on a chopper and left. Apparently, it's not. It was like 7 days of non-stop rallies. Ganun pala. I didn't know.
I didn't know either.
Yeah. So, and the funny thing is, I want to ask nga parang apparently the ombudsman, a word that I have,
I've hated that word since grade school.
Ako rin, exactly.
I'm just like,
Ano ba yan? Parang siyang cotton bud. Di ba? Parang, it's just like, whenever I hear ombudsman, like, I wanna fucking...
Oh my God.
Gusto kong
Cotton bud.
Gusto kong maglinis ng tenga or whatever. Anyway, apparently, this ombudsman... I just learned that this ombudsman is the parang ultimate... I think,
Parang auditor ba siya?
Hindi, parang kung Chel Jokno explained na technically, this is why that this position has been technically so sacred, but because of corruption and because that people know it's so sacred, the previous administrations or whoever will put people in charge to make sure na itong executioner, ganun siya. Parang
what is an ombudsman?
he has subpoena powers, So now ang naging ombudsman is si Remulla. Okay? Si Remulla was our DOJ guy. I don't know anything about this guy.
I know he's from Cavite, right?
Yeah. Obviously, again, relax, guys. Like
the primary purpose of an ombudsman is to serve as an independent and impartial authority who investigates complaints against public bodies or organizations.
So, here, the new ombudsman, I don't know what his past is, but the only thing I am very, very hopeful for, the faint hope I have, is that he is the one who executed the ICC arrest. So, if he's the one who, DOJ head siya.
Since when ba? Akala ko newly appointed kay Merlu lang to.
Hindi, newly appointed ombudsman.
Kasi I'm confused kasi di ba magkakapatid sila?
Yeah.
So, which Remulla is he?
I don't think it matters.
I think it does because like, they're different people.
I mean, like, ang point ko lang naman is, this guy is obviously against the previous administration, which is what is crucial. Right now, na the mass murderers and the major plunderers, yun muna, get swift justice.
Yes.
From the Vizcayas to the Alcantaras to senators to that type of that's my only hope.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And pero back in grade school when I was hearing ombudsman, like in my head it's like some corrupt person. In my head, sa'yo rin ba?
Ako rin, ganun.
Siguro kasi nga parang ang pangit ng word.
Yeah.
Kaya parang
actually, ito pala, another question. I want to go on another rant. Like si Ali was saying, hindi, kasi in fairness naman, he educated me because I am now I'm on completely war freak mode. You know, like nung sinabi ko, oo nga naman. Sabi ko parang, alam ko obviously Cayetano kasi Alan Cayetano proposed na mag-snap elections, let's all resign. Tapos parang, ako again, I was like, sige. Parang, tanggal na lahat. Yun lang gusto ko. Tanggal lahat. Ali educated me. Thank you, Ali. First of all,
what did he say?
Parang number one, it depends, like, take note first of who is the one saying this, because meaning, na if you let's say if you're Risa Hontiveros who said that, who, despite Anthony Taberna, the weird freak, trying to destroy her, di ba taga PBA yun? Anyway, that guy, Risa Hontiveros is the one who said it. Then let's take it with a grain of salt. Na, okay, something. Number 2, nung sinabi ni Ali, dito ako na-trigger. Sabi niya, pero unconstitutional yun eh. Ito yung tanong ko eh. Sabi ko kay Ali sino ba gumawa ng constitution na to? Parang, ano ba to? Ano ba tong constitution na to? Parang, ano ba to? Parang nagiinuman ba sila? Tapos parang, ano kaya? Ano gawin natin? Ano gawin natin?
Hindi ba tama naman yun na hindi wala yung basta-basta na pwede mag-snap?
I'm questioning the constitution.
So, what about it? Are you
na
questioning?
Parang, it has fucked us. Hindi pwede tumakbo si Vico. Hindi pwede tumakbo si... Ako, hindi ako pwede tumakbo.
Yun pala. Dun
Hindi,
pala.
hindi, pero I mean like, I guess yung point ko is, this years of corruption, years of the poor getting poorer, and only this few rich stealing. How has the Constitution helped us?
No, I'll have to study that. But
Obviously,
I
ako rin. Sorry.
But I do believe
this is a joke. Relax.
I do believe it's not the Constitution, but it's the failure of
Pag-uphold.
people to uphold that Constitution.
That's true, but the thing is, like, ang sagot ni Ali sa akin again. Thank you, Ali, for being so patient with me. Alam ko marami itong mga triggering for you. Kasi sinasabi ko nga, tayo na naman, lasing ba sila? Ano ba, nagiinuman sila? Tapos parang, ano kaya?
Those are our forefathers. Sobrang disrespectful, no?
Well, they flop sila eh.
Hindi mo nga sure eh.
Hindi nga makatakbo si Vico eh.
Dahil lang dun. Tama. I mean, hindi naman sa tama, pero
Bakit?
the guy
Kasi-
doesn't
kasi
even
alam-
want to,
alam-
the
alam
guy
mo-
doesn't even want to run.
Kasi
anymore.
alam mo mga boomer na parang, tangina, kailangan 40 para maging president. Bakit? Bakit? But ito yung tanong ko. Ito yung tanong ko. Walang kahit ano sa Constitution about kailangan
Yeah.
na wala kang criminal record,
Mm.
na wala kang kahit anong kaso na sinampa sa'yo, na wala yung political dynasty.
To be
So
fair,
obviously these guys probably were like, paano kaya to? Kung usama ba natin to? Shit, may anak ako eh.
To be fair
Paano
though,
to?
kasi Jim, kumari like, yung dapat wala kang sinampahang kaso sa'yo. Kung may gusto kong kumalaban sa'yo, sasampahan ka na ng kaso.
true. That's
So, okay, Jim, okay ba? Yun ang daling sagutin, no? Konting research lang, di ba?
Hindi. So, kumari, isa pa. Yung anti-dynasty, hindi nila inisip yun?
Ano?
Yun ang
Ano ba yun? Tuloy ba yun? Kasi parang,
Hindi.
there are some
Hindi.
people within dynasties who are like, anti-political dynasty, and it's like,
Hindi. Pero ang point ko when they were writing the Constitution, siguro nga they were like, because they were swigging their beer and like, nagve-vape siguro sila. Parang sila ano pare? Shit, yung anak ko,
wait,
yung anak ko, pwede pala maging councilor eh.
wait.
Or vice mayor, pwede natin vice mayor. Pwede bang ayusin natin yung Constitution
Wait,
para
so in
pwede?
the Constitution, pwede?
No, I mean, they didn't include the rules needed. That's why it's constantly being pitched by people like BAM. It's 2025 and sila BAM are still fighting for this anti-whatever. I think, alam ko. Like an anti-something bill. Again,
Well,
take this with a grain of salt, pod kids. I alam ko I am bashing the Constitution.
This is the title of the episode. Take it with a grain of salt.
Like, kasi talaga seriously. Like,
As in,
sorry. Like, ako whenever someone says like, it's not constitutional. Tangina, wala naman nagagawa yan eh.
just say you don't understand it and go.
Hindi, really. Like, why? When a lawyer says, the Constitution states, like, so what?
Ano ka ba? That's
Kasi
how
none of-
that's how law works,
ang
Jim.
point ko
It's not perfect. That's why we
That's why
refresh
I am now
we build upon it.
I am now part of No More Law.
Anarchy!
Talaga eh, seriously.
Okay,
Like,
Jim,
like,
settle
tinanong
down.
ko nga si Ali.
Settle
Tinanong ko
down.
si Ali. Sabi ko, ano to? Sino magawa nito? Sila Bonifacio?
I'm gonna kapal mo.
Sabi niya, 1987 ginawa yun.
Philippine
I think Baraswain
Constitution.
nata ginawa yun.
The Philippine Constitution.
Yeah.
Who,
Who
like ikaw
cares?
who wrote. Jim, you can't just say who cares.
Why?
Because I don't know. Not written by one person, but by a series
Parang
of
puro
constitutional commissions,
convention.
conventions.
Parang, ano guys, convention tayo?
I feel like I'm more.
Sino Yellow Cab ba?
Alam mo, Jim, alam mo kung bakit parang I feel like I have a little more know-how and knowledge. It's because I watched Hamilton several times.
Gago rin yun eh.
Anyway, so it was written by
pero-
si Felipe Calderon y Roca and Felipe Buencamino. O parang saan ang pangalan?
No. My point ko sabi. Why is Japan awesome? Why are all these other countries awesome?
Jim, you know what?
Aside from the fact that they uphold laws, gets ko naman, they uphold the
Jim,
law.
it's not. They're not perfect.
Yeah, of
They're
course,
not perfect.
obviously, but they're not. It's not. They're it's a country that
Oh my gosh, I wish
constantly
Ali were
develops.
here because like this is also triggering me.
I think talagang like parang anyways.
We're losing
Hindi,
followers
kasi
right
kunwari
now.
ito,
Oh my gosh.
Kunwari.
Jim,
Tas tinanong ko si Ali, sabi niya, ano ba, bakit ba hindi na lang nila kinopya yung constitution ng iba? Tapos sabi niya,
iba
sabi ko, parang, like, ano ba? Sabi ni Ali, yun nga yung ginawa nila. Kinopya na lang sa states, apparently. Tapos sabi ko, kaya pala itong dalawa, Amerika tayo, bulok.
kinopin nila yung sa States? Baka, maybe we got the help of Americans because it was written when we were becoming
I
independent
know.
from Spain.
I know.
My gosh, we should make like a history lesson. We should get a historian. I follow someone on Instagram who's a historian. That would be really cool. And then let's ask all of these questions.
As in, if I had a time machine, I'd go to the Constitution Day.
Andun sila, Apolinario Mabini.
Yan, pupuntahan ko yung mga yan.
And Pedro Paterno.
Pupuntahan ko sila. Tapos sabihin ko like, ano problema nyo?
1898.
Guys, sabihin ko.
Ayan sila, may picture sila.
Pupunta ko dyan. Sabihin ko, guys, konting ano naman.
Guys. Guys.
I'd go there first. I'd go go back in time.
Kailangan mo sana kausapin ng ganong panahon. Mga mabuting Ginoo.
Hindi. I'll go there and I say like, ganito.
Yung feeling, I swear, they'd be like,
Sabihin ko, ganito.
freaked out.
Ganito. Ano problema nyo? Like parang, kulang ba kayo sa tulog? Gusto nyo kape? Gusto hindi ako lawyer. Gusto nyo ba, paano ako makakatulong? Kasi medyo trabahong tamad do
Whoa.
Antok pa ba kayo? Kasi maraming
I feel like there has to be a disclaimer that you are absolutely putting on a show because this is so offensive.
It is?
It's very offensive.
Is it?
Of course, with the people who worked so hard to help us become independent from Spain. And then you're calling the... jail. You should go to jail. This is...
The Podtrons only episode?
No. Let's put it out there. So, I know.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Anyway. So...
Again, I'm kidding. We all need a little entertainment right now.
Anyways, let's move on. Let's talk about the Malibag. Okay.
Kasi...
Next time na yun?
Yeah.
Okay, sige, next time na. See, the person who wants to know how it is to deal with older coworkers who don't want to be told what to do because it's her first time navigating a leadership role.
Sorry, let's do it na.
Game?
Okay.
Okay, sige. I think, yeah. While you're all fired up, I think it's perfect. Okay? Murahin mo rin itong mga coworkers. Okay, hi Chip and Sab. I'm currently working as a healthcare provider abroad and there are a lot of fellow Pinoys in my workplace. I've recently been promoted to a leadership role in my unit, which is great. But here's the twist. I'm the youngest in the team. You probably know where this is going. I don't feel like I'm being respected enough, especially by some of the Pinoys I work with. For example, I was training a new team member. At first, we were all joking around kasi wala pa namang gagawin. But when I said, okay, it's time to be serious, guys, and switched to my team lead mode, one of them kept laughing. I had to stop and lightly ask what was so funny, and he still kept on laughing. And even after work, when I was telling him off, he was still laughing. Even had to ask him kung nag-a-addict ba siya. I know this is so not professional, pero napuno na kasi ako. Like, naiiyak na ako sa sobrang inis. Sobrang dami pang situations that are kind of the same as this. Meron din yung parang gusto ko na silang regaluhan ng common sense. Thinking about these really makes my blood boil. Thing is, I'm not great with confrontation because I fear that if I speak up too soon, I might say something without thinking at first. And I don't want to let things pile up until I explode. I know myself and that's not a good look. It's extra challenging kasi some older coworkers don't get sarcasm and they really dislike being corrected by someone younger. I want to stand my ground, earn the respect, but still be liked. It's such a tricky balance. So my question is, how would you approach this? Bonus challenge. Can you role play a scenario where you tell someone off professionally in a way that's crystal clear to them but without being harsh? That's the end of the letter, and I'm saying I don't know if Jim can do that. Just kidding.
Okay.
Okay, sige. I'm the
Ako,
older
I'll go,
worker.
wait, I'll go straight to Stormbreaker
Okay, sige,
first.
sige.
Since I just lambasted the Constitution, I'm gonna give some helpful advice today.
Redeem yourself. Redemption.
This is
Redemption
my arc.
tour.
My redemption arc. So, number one, I also was in a position before na I was suddenly put in a position I had to lead a bunch of people. It's so much harder when the people are not only older than me, but they were working in the company for many years now. So they had their own ways, they had their own set of ways. So you're not just dealing with the generational difference, but they have these may ingrained na sa culture nila. So work culture. So what I would tell my younger self, who I tried multiple things during that time. I tried combating it with force, which did not work. I tried combating it with showing them that, trying my best to show them that I'm smarter than them, just to prove a point, just to gain authority. What I would tell my younger self is, look, you can't control how people respond to you. You can, though, assess how you are as a professional, how you are as a leader, and be content with that.
Easier said than done.
Easier said than done. But I wish na I had the proper tools. So, ang point ko lang is, yeah, we can give you tips on how to become a more effective leader. Pero I think the first thing you have to work on is yourself and how you are responding to these things. Kasi right now, it seems like, for you, it's like, grabe, but as you wanna, if you do wanna progress, becoming more of a leader, you will encounter so many more challenging experiences, more challenging people, and I think as early as now, maganda na ma-identify mo na, okay, what is triggering me and how do I respond to these triggers? I'll fix it now. And work on yourself first. So whether it's finding a way to become more present, meditation, journaling, whatever.
Boosting your self-esteem, no?
Self-esteem, finding things that make you happy.
Mm-hmm.
It'll allow you to respond better to these situations.
There is a reason for you being picked for this role, being promoted. You definitely, I'm sure you have the skills, regardless of your age. And I don't know if it's exactly the same, pero what jumped out for me is something I feel like transformed my parenting, which is clarifying what boundaries means. Boundaries is not expecting someone to do something, like kung your child, like, hey, stop doing that, or get off the bed, but boundaries is telling them what you will do if they don't stop that. So, hey, if you don't listen to me, I'm gonna pick you up and bring you, somewhere else and let you jump where you can jump. So, because it's frustrating for me to be like, hey, stop laughing, right? To your coworker, stop laughing. But again, sabi nga ni Jim, you can't control them. But you can, after the meeting, set them aside and say, hey, I was being serious there, and if that's something that you can't do, I will have to go to the higher ups and tell them that I'm having an issue managing you. Oh, I don't care. Because you know why? Because your role this is part of your job, okay? It's nothing personal. This is your job. And to get your job done, you've got to get your team together.
Okay.
So, ganun siya.
Ikaw si boss ko.
Ako yung, wait, oh my gosh, no, iiyak ako kasi katulad niya ako. Iiyak.
Okay, go tayo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, guys. Sige, let's get serious.
China.
Oh, sorry. Huh? Wait, mag-i-English ba ako kasi nasa English-speaking country tayo? Huwag na. Tagalog na lang, Pinoy ka naman eh. wait. Na, seryoso. No, so, ito yung gagawin natin for today. In the morning, we have... Wait, sorry. I'm only gonna call your attention once, and this is gonna be the last time that I'm gonna let you speak while I'm speaking. Okay. I think you have to leave the room if you can't listen.
Corny.
What? Sobrang gago naman ang ganun ba talaga yun? Tingin mo? I can't. I would really call someone.
Hindi, kunwari, so we set me aside.
If I had the authority to fire you, I would totally fire
let's
you.
do na. No, so you set me aside and you talk to me.
Ayun na nga.
Wala na yung ibang tao. You said,
I was nag-meeting ako kanina tapos parang hindi mo ako pinapatapos. Anong meron?
wala lang. Nagtitrip lang naman ako eh.
Gets ko naman, pero may time and place para maging, nagkatawanan tayo. When I'm leading the team, I need you to listen.
Relax.
I'm relaxed. I think I need you to hear me when I say that this is my role now and I need... I'm gonna let you know na I'm gonna talk to someone about this, about your behavior.
Mo?
I will talk to someone about your behavior.
Choo-choo.
Okay lang.
Choo-choo.
Okay, I'm gonna leave now.
Choo-choo.
I'm gonna leave now.
Choo-choo.
Oh my gosh. This is harassment.
Choo-choo.
Harassment.
Choo-choo.
Sexual harassment. You're too close to me. I would have punched you. Kupal. Ikaw naman, exchange. Like, how would you deal with it?
Confrontation na.
Hindi.
Okay, guys. So, today we're gonna be reporting...
We're gonna be... Oh, grabe to! Grabe, oh! Oy, leader! Ayo. Leader! Saan tayo kayo mamaya? Oh? Dun ta... Oy, gago! Oh. Sige nga ako. Ano yung... Sino nag-post? Oh. Hindi. Sino yun?
Gusto mo sunugin ko yan?
Paningin.
Gusto mo sunugin ko yan? Ha? Gusto mo sunugin ko yan?
Oo,
Gusto mo sunugin ko?
Sobrang OA.
Gusto mo sunugin ko?
OA.
Sunugin
Sexual
ko.
harassment. Too close. Boundaries. I feel like I handled that better.
Yeah.
But I think you, that are sender, will have a better time handling it because you have the skills since you were promoted. So you can do this, okay? We're behind you.
Send your money bags to jimandsab.com/malibag.
I hope it all works out well. It's not about the age. Believe in yourself kasi hindi wala ka sa role na to kung hindi mo kaya. Okay?
And
Don't let them sabotage
I'd like to
you.
clarify na all my stuff about the Constitution is half true. Bye.
Bye.
The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.